one of the things that's really been pissing me off, and I need to get long pants, so it covers my leg, but I have a leg tattoo. If you've seen it, you know it's not just some random tattoo. It's like it's actually like decent artwork. So every now and then someone will compliment me on it. Typically, it's somebody who has like an interest in art, or they want the same tattoo, or um, they're really just extroverted and they talk to everybody anyways. Those type of people. Um, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But since I've been here, I've noticed it just it's just everybody, like, like they're all so lonely and shit, I think is what it is like, so they like see it and like, oh, that's an excuse to talk to that person. Let me go tell them how much I like their tattoo. And then there's also the selfishness of it. I've noticed that this city is very like self-centered, right? It goes hand in hand with that whole like they'll be in the way but be mad at you because they're in the way, right? They got in your lane, or they jumped out in front of you, or they stepped in front of you, or they're blocking the entry or the exit, or they're the ones in the way, but they're mad at you, right? So I think it kind of goes hand in hand of like the whole world revolves around me. Oh, your tattoo is so pretty, that makes me so happy. Let me tell you that I like your tattoo. It's like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Why are you talking to me? And yeah, it's just really stupid. I think it's that like 13-year-old mentality, just like, I don't know. I don't know how to completely explain that part. But yeah, no, I was in McDonald's and some bitch was behind me, and I could tell she was trying to catch up to me, and I made it to the door like way before she did. Like, it wasn't like we weren't at the door at the same time, so there was no reason for me to like hold the door open for her. But like, even like if she was close enough behind me to catch the door while it's still open, good on her. Like, I'm not gonna stand there and wait for you to cross like half the room. You know what I mean? But they get offended when you do that stuff. Like, if they're like halfway across the fucking parking lot and you don't stand there for like 30 seconds and hold the door open for them, they'll get pissy. Like, super obnoxious. I can understand if you're walking up to a door and your hands are full and the person's standing there like they're gonna open the door for you and they're smiling at you, and you go up to the door and you say, "Oh, thank you," and they open up the door and they walk in and they close it behind them. Yeah, okay, that's annoying. I've had that happen. But otherwise, like, I don't have to hold the door open for you. I think that's something in the South that it's like you have to be nice to people. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to do that. Um Anyways, yeah, so she was trying to come out the doors behind me, but she was trying to like catch up so I would hold the door open for her, and I didn't. And so it made it kind of awkward for her to catch the doors, but it's like, you're the one who did that. Like, that's not my fault. And as we're going out, she's like, I love your tattoo. That's cool. That's really cool tattoo. And I'm like, cool. Like, I want to be like, good for you. I'm glad you like it. Like, the fuck. It's kind of like when they're in the way. I want to be like, excuse you, please move. But I just stand there like, the fuck. Because I'm not going to say, excuse me. I'm not the problem. I'm not the one in the fucking way. They tell you about how they're all sick and they don't wash their hands. Like, every time I go into the bathroom, like probably 1 out of 4 times I go to the bathroom, there's not soap in the bathroom. And I'm not saying it's the same establishment, the same bathroom. No, it's like different bathrooms across the city. And then none of the gas stations at the pump, none of them have hand sanitizer. Not a single one that I've seen. Um, you go inside like fast food places, and they'll usually have hand sanitizer next to the kiosks. It's hit or miss. About 30% of the time they do, but the rest of the time they don't. It's disgusting. And like, I've noticed it myself. Like, I try to keep my hands washed and clean, and I keep hand sanitizer in my car and stuff. But overall, my hands usually smell pretty gross. And everyone's always coughing. Everyone's always sick. Like, I don't know if it's because they're like too busy sucking Trump's dick or what it is, but like, it's hell on earth here. And I regret coming here. I do regret coming here. They're just fucking rude too. Like, I don't know why they're rude. Just rude. Rude, 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 rude. Rude little weirdos with no friends. Yeah. I don't know. There's something else I was gonna talk about. I think I've already talked about it, but we could talk about it again. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, they're creepy. They'll like overhear your conversation and stuff, and they don't do it just to me. You know, I'm not special or nothing. Like they do it to each other too. Like someone will be on the phone having a conversation with someone, and other people will like overhear it and then start talking about them. Like it's not like, oh, I know so and so who's talking to so and so like it makes sense for me to be commenting on it. It's like they don't know that person. They'll just be making weird comments about what the person's saying, like as if they know what they're talking about or something. They'll just take what little bit of context they've been given in the last like 20 seconds of hearing this conversation and then just jump to these crazy conclusions to do anything to make the person seem like a bad person or to find a way to make a joke out of them or to laugh at them. Um, that's another thing I've noticed. I guess it's because they're bored. If you do anything like, let's say you walk up to a door and there's two sets of doors and, you know, it doesn't say use the other door or this door is locked or nothing, but one of them's locked and you go up and you pull or push one and it's locked and you're like, oh, so you have to try the other one and it opens. They'll like act as if you just like, I don't know, shit your pants or something. Like they'll just like gawk at you and like snark, be snarky and like uh they'll just, I don't know, like they'll just like look over at you and they're always staring too, like always staring. Like literally, like that was somebody just walking just now and he's just staring at me the whole time he's walking by. Like what do you fucking want? You know? There was this one guy at the come and go. I was parked on like the very end at the door and then there's like grass and stuff that goes behind the come and go. And he had his kids and wife and they went inside and then he had these two puppies and they go over to the side on the grass and he's over there and the whole time I was trying to just do my own thing, you know, just play on my phone or whatever. Like I didn't even notice them at first, but I noticed them because the wife gets out of the car and she like makes a point to stare at me, walk over to the front of my car, stare into my car, stare at me, give me a dirty look, and then tell her kids, come on, let's hurry up and go inside. Like I'm just not like literally not even doing anything. Like she's acting like I'm like smoking crack or shooting up heroin